time once again for our contestants to race to the studios of PB2 as we play Baton Rouge. Let's get started right now by saying hello to the man with the questions and answers, your host, Pat Shingleton.
All right, how are you this morning? Good morning. Thursday is the morning, and believe it or not, it all began on WePlay Baton Rouge in February of 1982. And this marks our 100th presentation of the game show that entertains, rewards, and informs. And our studio audience, will you please give all the people here that are involved with WePlay Baton Rouge: Nick Champion, Barbara Bree, Michael R. DiArno, David's back in the truck, Wells Smith, we got Chris, what'd you say? Oh yeah, Mike Arnett, right? And we've got Chris Weimer behind camera 2, John Manasseh camera 3, Matt Johnson over at 4. That's Julia, that's Molly. Give them a round of applause, will ya? And also Chet Gia. So 100 presentations of this, the game show in the capital city. When we left, yes indeed, our 2 contestants now moved across 5 streets, and we've got some interesting things to talk about. Dan, you're a trivia buff. Well, both our contestants are big trivia buffs, right? Mm-hmm. And you have followed trivia a long, long time, especially for back when you were in Illinois. Mm-hmm. You have a couple of questions you're going to ask Carlin and I.
Okay.
These are trivia-related questions, folks, and they could be toughies.
Could be.
Hit us with them.
All right, who was first team Lynn Dawson ever played for before he went to Kansas City?
Geez, I was going to say Kansas City. It wasn't the Chiefs?
No.
Who was it?
Pittsburgh Steelers. They traded him.
Is that right? John Unitas almost played for them, too, one time.
Yeah, and then he went to a semi-pro team and then signed with Baltimore.
How about that? Hey, Dan, tell us about your living room player today.
Okay, I'm playing for Ann Mahoney, and she lives on East Sherwood Forest Boulevard.
Yep, right here in
Baton Rouge.
Right, and if you win, Ann wins too. And how about over here? You've already captured 1 game. Are you into your second now, right?
Right.
And tell us a little bit about it, Carlin. You're playing along with who?
Dennis Wicker of Zachary, Louisiana.
Yes, indeed. Best seat in the house. You can be a living room player. You can take a seat in our studio audience, or you can sit anywhere you want. When we left 5 streets, both contestants occupied. Your turn right now, Carlin. The categories are run. Here they go, and they're spinning right now. Let's see what they locked down on. On this Thursday, we find things, music, and people. Carlin, looking over. Tell me what you like.
People.
Here's people. The question out of the slot is this. We find under people, this sea captain became famous after he maneuvered his ship, the Golden Hind, successfully around the world. He became a certain queen's favorite knight. Name either the captain of the ship or the queen, and you move over into Easy Street today.
Sir Francis Drake.
Gee, correct answer, Dan. She hit it right there. You are obviously a trivia buff as well. That was it. Fast game there on a Thursday. Wasn't Sir Francis Day or Queen Elizabeth I is what we were looking for. We had a question in our game yesterday. We looked at the tape, and there was a problem and a mistake in it. The question was, I had asked Carlin, there was an Olympic team, and this team had a center on it who was a particular champion, won the gold medal on the team. Inadvertently, I had answered the question at the same time that I had asked it. Dan, it is our apologies, and obviously we can't go back and do the game over, but can you come back on later and be a contestant with us on WePlay? We appreciate having you. Before you go, though, we do have a prize package. Steve is going to tell us about it. You watch it right there. Let's see what we have for our good contestant, Dan, today. Steve, take it away.
Your second place prize package begins with a trip to historic Nottoway Plantation in White Castle. Yes, Nottoway has been restored to its original grandeur, and you'll take the famous plantation tour and sample the delicious brunch. Nottoway Plantation. Plus, you've won a 6-month supply of delicious Baskin-Robbins ice cream. Yes, a pint a month of the quality ice cream served 31 flavors at a time. Baskin-Robbins. And finally, don't forget to visit Gold Star Awards at 6220 Florida Boulevard for your official WePlay Baton Rouge hat, shirt, and trophy.
How about that, Dan? Listen, you had just mentioned we gave him a year's supply of the Baskin-Robbins ice cream. Tell us the bad news.
I just started an aerobics class with a friend of mine to get rid of the excess baggage.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll look back into the prize package, see if we can't replace and put something in there better. It would be better suited this for, because we want to, work with you on that if that's what you're working on. But thanks for being with us, and you can come back and be with us.
Yeah, that won't be any problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. Good contestant, Dan. And we're going to go over here and latched on to that second game. 5 games, you know what it means. Head to a trip. But let's go now to that prize billboard. Carlin, let's see what happens as you won today 2 games in a row. What do we have?
Our Champions Prize package begins with a lifetime membership and 4 free movie rentals from the Video Library, 10466 Airline Highway. Video Library, your home source for video entertainment. And then you'll climb into a beautiful Buick rental car from Miller Terrell Buick and head to historic Natchez, Mississippi for the weekend. Yes, you've won 2 luxurious nights at the elegant Natchesiola Hotel, the city's finest. Savor the Old South atmosphere at the Natchesiola Hotel. And stop by Gold Star Awards when you get back to pick up your official WePlay Baton Rouge Gold Star jacket, along with the WePlay Baton Rouge hat, shirt, and trophy. Congratulations, and back to you, Pat.
All right, Stephen, we have a little bit of interesting information concerning that prize package. Carlin was telling me that you've always wanted to go up to the Natchesiola, and that's such a wonderful trip because Miller Terrell obviously providing us with the rental car to go up there with, and your husband never wanted to take you up there, did he?
Right.
Well, now you're going to take him. What do you think of that?
That's fine.
Okay, listen, you're going to be back to play again. We have another contestant waiting in the wings, and we appreciate, too, the fairness that Dan had on that. We're going to get him back as a contestant. We got some business to take care of. We'll be back with the introduction of our next contestant on this Thursday, but more right after these words, especially for you.
WePlay Baton Rouge is taped before a live studio audience. If your club or organization would like to join us, call Pat Shingleton Productions at 925-8295.
Yes, indeed. And you know what? You always learn something on the game show, not only the contestants, but the host. Carlin and I were talking that Vidalia is right across the river from Natchez. Now, how about that? It's not going to be a long drive for you or on that prize package. We have another good contestant for you. Steve, tell us who's going to go against Carlin. She's heading into her 3rd game, but who is it going to be?
Pat, today's challenger comes to us direct from St. Rose Avenue.
Oh, really?
He's an insurance salesman who
Okay.
enjoys fishing and jogging. Please welcome Paul Bernaccio.
Hello, Paul. How are ya? Nice to meet you, Paul. Come on up. Paul, you have a publication there. You weren't just reading in the back. You probably wanted to tell us something, didn't you?
I brought you something, compliments of Jefferson Standard Life Insurance Company.
Fabulous.
The latest Rand McNally Road Atlas.
Well, I'll tell you what, if they ever run me out of town, it's
I was
going to come
gonna
in
say-
handy, right? This has everything you wanted to know about an
Everywhere
Atlas.
you want to go.
Tell us about yourself. You worked for Jefferson Standard.
Right.
And,
I've been in Baton Rouge for a little over 2 years now. I met my wife when I was in the Air Force, and she's from Baton Rouge. She's here in the audience with my son, Caleb Superman. Over
Hey,
there.
Superman, how are ya? Nice to see you. Give us a little wave there, will ya? How you doing today? Well, it's good to have you here. You ready to play the game?
I'm ready to go.
Say hello to Carlin. We'll go ahead, and the winner has the option of taking the question or passing it off. Carlin, what would you like to do?
Take it.
You'll take the question, all right? I'll tell you what. Tell us about those living room players. Who are you playing along with there, Paul?
Playing with Virgie Levine,
Where's Virgie live?
3843 Brady in Baton Rouge.
Okay, if you win, he wins. And, of course, Carlin, you've got the living room player you've been playing along with the whole time. And who is that?
Dennis Wicker of Zachary, Louisiana.
Okay, and you did want to take the first question, Carlin?
Yeah.
Categories run. Here we go. Moving into round 1 on this Thursday. As we start our 2nd game today, we find sports and shortcut and also TV. Look them over.
TV.
Here it is. This question. On the children's show Sesame Street, which character lived in a garbage can?
Oscar.
Oscar the Grouch is right, and you've got your first street. Back over to Paul, looking at the categories now. Here they go as you look for your first street. Paul, working for Jefferson Standard, checks out now, places comics and words on this Thursday. What do you
I'll
like?
take comics, Pat.
Here's comics. It comes out like this. The comic strip takes place at Camp Swampy, features characters like Sergeant Snorkel and General Half-Track. Name the strip.
Is that Pogo?
No, Beetle Bailey. Beetle Bailey the one, so back to Carlin. Categories run for you. Here they are. Good old Beetle, places and comics and word. Look them over.
Comics.
Here we go. Out of the slot, we find this. At the beginning of this cartoon movie, the Blue Fairy brings the character to life and appoints Jiminy Cricket as his conscience. Name this cartoon film.
I say Fantasia.
Sorry, Pinocchio. Pinocchio's the one. It's been a while since you've missed a question, Carlin. Back to the game board, Paul. There they go right now. Here it is, things, music, and people. Look them over.
I'll take people, Pat.
Here it goes. People is the category. The question sounds like this. What famous humorist said, "I never met a man I didn't like"? I never met a man I didn't like.
Will Rogers.
Exactly right. Perkins is the street, and you've got it. 1-1 to score. Carlin, you run. The categories continue to spin, and here you go as you look to college as you occupy Jefferson. All streets lead to Easy Street with Sports Shortcut TV. 2 streets in Shortcut TV Sports 1.
TV.
Here we go. Don't want to take a chance on that shortcut. On the show The Munsters, what was the name of the pet dragon that lived under the stairs? TV, the category. We're looking for the pet dragon that lived under the stairs. His name was Spot. Exactly right, Spot. But missed question. Paul, back to you. 1-1 to score. Categories are running for you. Louisiana Detour Sports pops up there. Look them over.
I'll take sports, Pat.
Here we go. This is out of the slot. In the sports slot, this question. How many holes are there in a 10-pin bowling ball?
3, Pat.
Right leads the street, and you got the next question. 2-1 to score. Carlin, you're on Jefferson, heading to college. We'll come back to you in just a second, but first, we're going to take care of a little business. This is WePlay Baton Rouge, Bon Marché Mall, the place, TV to the station. We'll be back as Carlin heads into her third game, but first, these words. Steve, what are you up to?
And the contestants return for more questions and answers in just a moment. Travel arrangements for WePlay Baton Rouge are provided by American Airlines. American Airlines, doing what we do best.
That's exactly right, Steve, and thank you. Any contestant winning 5 games takes a trip. We had one 2 weeks ago, and she won 5 in a row, went to Puerto Vallarta, and certainly is enjoying the trip. Carlin, your turn. Categories run for you. You're on Jefferson, heading to college. Here we go. So we find TV, detour, and music. You like what?
TV.
Here's the question. What actor checked out of his role as Dr. Stephen Kiley and into a new hotel? Was it Ben Casey, Robert Young, James Brolin?
James Brolin.
Exactly right. Former Dr. Kiley and Marcus Welby, MD, is now a star of ABC's series Hotel. 2-2 the score. Paul, categories run for you. Here they go. Ping. Places and comics and words is there. You look them over.
I'll take comics again.
Here we go, comics, and once again, comics it is. His first name is Steve. He's a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force, and in this comic strip and cartoon, he flies his way through exciting and realistic adventures. Name him.
Steve Canyon.
Right, 3rd Street is yours. Category spinning for you, Carlin. Here they go. 3-2 to score. College is the street you're on. And you look to Acadian, but look now to Louisiana and detour in sports.
Sports.
I thought you might want to take that detour, but no. Here we find, what was the first year for a U.S. athlete to win a gold medal in skiing in the Winter Olympics? Was it in 1948, 1956, 1960, or 1964?
1964.
1948 is the correct answer. Gretchen Fraser won the women's slalom that year. Back over to Paul, a street ahead, category spin. Paul, we find this time they're locked again. Louisiana and detour in sports, same as before. What do you think?
Sports, Pat.
Sports it is. Who refused to shake Jesse Owens' hand at the 1936 Summer Olympic Games in Berlin, Germany? Was it Franklin Roosevelt, Adolf Hitler, or Queen Elizabeth?
Adolf Hitler.
It was that old Adolf Hitler. You're right. You locked onto your 4th street. Carlin, categories run for you. Here they go. So now 2 streets ahead, we find this time Louisiana detour sports. Sticks again on that. What are we going to do?
Sports.
Here it comes. It hit the same one again. What famous actor is also one of the world's top bridge players? Is it Omar Sharif, Robert Redford, or Leonard Nimoy?
Omar Sharif.
Correct answer. Acadian is your street, so 4-3. Just one behind. Paul, you got the advantage, but here go the categories. Let's see what happens. Last time, Louisiana Detour Sports, but this time, Sports Shortcut TV. You know about Shortcut. 2 streets for 2 correct answers could put you on Easy Street. What do
I
you
like sports.
You like sports, playing it safe. Let's see what happens. How many outs were there when Willie Mays of the New York Giants made his great catch in the 1954 World Series against the Cleveland Indians? Was it 2 outs, 3 outs, or no outs?
2 outs, Pat.
Sorry, no outs when he did that, Paul. Back over to Carlin. Categories of run. You could tie it up. Let's see what happens. Willie tagged that one in 1954 series with no outs on there, but fine sports shortcut TV.
TV.
TV. Don't want to take a chance in the shortcut. TV guy polled program directors around the country to name the most often shown movies on TV in their markets. Can you guess what film was named most often? Was it Citizen Kane, The African Queen, Casablanca, or The Birds?
Citizen Kane.
Casablanca was the one. Casablanca still ahead, Paul. Categories run. Here they go. 4-3 the score. Dalrymple, the street you're occupying. You look at Sports Shortcut TV.
I'll go with sports again, Pat.
Here it comes out of the slot. He's the one. Wait a second. It's kind of tight. Okay. He's the son of a country club He's the son of a country club golf pro, taught by his father. He was given his first clubs when he was 3. He had a legion of fans called the Army. He won the Masters 4 times, the Open twice, the British Open twice. Name him.
Arnold Palmer.
Correct. 5th Street yours, and it's Texas. Back over to Carlin. Categories are running for you. Here they come. Movies, the events, and the mixed bag.
Movies.
Here it comes, out of the slot. In the 1982 film Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, this character, played by Leonard Nimoy, dies to save the crew of the Enterprise. What's his name?
Spock.
Dr. Spock, Mr. Spock, right? You've got it to 4th Street. You're 1 street away from Easy Street, Paul, on Texas, and you are 2 away, Carlin, but we're going to take care of some business. The final round on this Thursday of We Play Baton Rouge. I'm Pat Shingleton. Bon Marché Ball is where it's all going on. We'll take care of some business and be back right after this. Steve!
If you'd like to be a contestant on We Play Baton Rouge, we'd love to have you. Call Pat Shingleton Productions at 925-8295.
We have a couple of contestants up here, don't we? They're from our studio audience. Now, what's your name?
Jasmine.
And what's your name?
Jason.
Jasmine and Jason, from left to right. You kids live here in Baton Rouge?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Where's Jasmine go to school?
Cornerstone. We both go to Cornerstone.
Oh, you do? Are you in 2nd grade?
Mm-mm.
1st grade? Kindergarten? And what about you, Jason?
I'm going to 5th grade.
Going into the 5th? I'm going to ask you a question. Hey, look at what we got. You see that cookie right there? It's one of the world's biggest cookies. You need a big glass of milk to dunk that thing. And you answer this question. Let's see what happens with the cookie. Chad, mai-mai, and smelts are foods found in some restaurants. What type of things are chad, mai-mai, and smelts? Do you know? Okay, man, your brother can help you. Do you know?
Fish.
You win the cookie. It is definitely fish. Go over and get that big. Look at that cookie. Now make sure you give your sister some of that. Give your sister some of that cookie, okay? Okay, it's back to the game board. Whose turn is it? Paul, your turn. Categories are running for you. Here we go. You've got 5 streets. You'd like to go to easy. Oh, TV, detour, music. Detour won't do you any good, but that TV and music might do it.
I'll take TV, Pat.
Here it comes. Let's slot this question on TV. We find that the Chordettes, a female quartet from Sheboygan, Wisconsin, were the first guest on a particular national TV teen show. It was hosted by Dick Clark, but still is seen right on Saturdays, 11:30 on TV2. Name the show, and it's Easy Street. If not, it's back to Carlin.
That's American Bandstand.
You want to know what? That's the right answer, and you're in there. Carlin, you went 2 games there. You went 2 games heading into that 3rd, but you didn't miss a question through the last game, the game before, until we got into this one. And I think the first one was a multiple choice one on something.
Pinocchio.
It was Pinocchio, yeah, for the movie. But you've racked up some good prizes.
Yes,
First
I
game
have.
you got, plus the trip to Natchez, Eola, which you're going to take your husband to because he won't take you. But look what we have also for you. Steve's going to tell us about it. Steve?
Your second place prize package begins with a trip to historic Nottoway Plantation in White Castle. Yes, Nottoway has been restored to its original grandeur, and you'll take the famous plantation tour and sample the delicious brunch, Nottoway Plantation. Plus, you've won a 6-month supply of delicious Baskin-Robbins ice cream. Yes, a pint a month of the quality ice cream served 31 flavors at a time. Baskin-Robbins. And finally, don't forget to visit Gold Star Awards at 6220 Florida Boulevard for your official WePlay Baton Rouge hat, shirt, and trophy.
All right, Carlin, nice game. Can you come back maybe and play with us again on the playoff competition? You've been a real good contestant. And for Dennis Wicker, we're going to load his refrigerator up with two cases of Diet Coke, and we'll send that out to him in your name, and I'm sure he's going to be happy about that. So thanks for being with us again. How about a round of applause, Carlin Ritchie, and for the good work that you're also doing with Child Fine. Good luck with that. All right, nice going, Paul. You racked up the 5 streets real quick, and also it came over from the American Bandstand answer, and as you know, that is still seen every Saturday right here on TV, too. So, first prize package, let's see what we have. The winner today, Steve, why don't you tell us what Paul's going to take home with him today?
Our Champions Prize package begins with a lifetime membership and 4 free movie riddles from the Video Library, 10466 Airline Highway. Video Library, your home source for video entertainment. And then you'll climb into a beautiful Buick riddle car from Miller Terrell Buick and head to historic Natchez, Mississippi for the weekend. Yes, you've won 2 luxurious nights at the elegant Natchez-Eola Hotel, the city's finest. Savor the Old South atmosphere at the Natchez-Eola Hotel. And stop by Gold Star Awards when you get back to pick up your official WePlay Baton Rouge Gold Star jacket, along with the WePlay Baton Rouge hat, shirt, and trophy. Congratulations, and back to you, Pat.
All right, Paul, good start for you. The sports category is real good for you in that last game. Tell us one thing. Over in the studio audience, your little boy over there, his name again?
His name is Caleb.
Caleb's waving. He's enjoying us. He's got his cape on, everything. He's ready to fly. We have another contestant for you. We'd like to meet her. Let's see. And this contestant's name is Lola Woodard, and she's a housewife from Capri Street, I believe. Lola, come on out and say hello to us. How are you today? Nice to meet you. You're a housewife? Here, let me help you out. We'll put the old nameplate in there so I can remember who you are. We have a living room player with it. His name is what? That's right, and I think he lives on Breckenridge. Listen, we just about out of time and as far as getting the game underway, but tell us you're a housewife on Capri Street?
Correct.
How about some of the hobbies and interests you have?
Well, I do ceramics. I'm formerly a truck driver.
Oh, yeah. Oh, how about that? There could be some more stuff we can talk about maybe tomorrow. How would that be? So you're okay to come back tomorrow and play?
Yes.
Good. How about you? You come back tomorrow, Paul?
I got to talk to you about that.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, we'll see what happens. This is Pat Shingleton. No matter what game you're playing, you play it the best you can. Bye-bye for now. We'll see ya on WePlay Baton Rouge, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. right here on TV2.
WePlay Baton Rouge is a Pat Shingleton production, made in association with WBRZ TV2. This is your WePlay announcer, Steve Earle, reminding you to join us each and every day, Monday through Friday, when... WePlay!